Hi everyone, Sarah here at Cornish Papercraft. I just thought I'd bring to you today a happy birthday card. I haven't made many of these, so this is the first one for me on camera. So we're going to be making this one just here. So I've done it all in Highland Heather matching paper, and this band opens up so you can write your greeting on the inside with a little daisy there. So let's get started. We'll be using Highland Heather ink, Daisy Lane for the small daisy and the large daisy, and band together for the saying wishing you a happy birthday. Okay, so I have already cut some of my cardstock ready. So the bits that you're going to need are some Highland Heather cardstock, some matching DSP and some Whisper White card. Okay, so my card is 4 inches in width, and then I have cut it to 9 3/4. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to score it at 5.5. That gives you that crossover bit just there. Okay, so then just grab your bone folder and just go down it a couple of times just to make sure that crease is nice and sharp. And the next bit you're going to need is some Whisper White, and for that bit it's going to be 4 1/8 by 3 7/8. So I'm going to try and cheat and do it this way so that I can get everything out of one sheet of paper. I've been using up lots of scraps since I've been home, and now I'm running short. By 4 1/8. So that's going to sit on that piece and just give it that matting layer. Okay, then for your DSP, this time I'm going to use the scripty side, and this bit needs to measure 4 inches by 3 6/8. So the 4 inches, bearing in mind because the writing is going this way, I need to make sure that the 4 inches is at the top, otherwise I'm going to have writing upside down. So by 3 7/8. So that one will sit just on top of there, just on top of there. Okay, so the insert you're going to need is, let me just remember, my insert is 3 7/8 by 5 3/8. So 5 3/8 by 3 7/8. So that will be your insert for you to write your greeting on. Then you need like a belly band, but it's not a true belly band because a normal belly band would slide all the way over. This one is just more of a fold. And for that piece, I did it at 2 inches wide. So let's trim that a little bit down. And I did it to 6 2/8. Okay. And then to get the fold in, I scored it, so I brought it down to 5 3/8 and just scored it there, because what that piece is going to do, so if you take those pieces off, it's going to, oops, let's get this right, I'll start sticking it together in a moment. It's going to go there, and then it's going to tuck just behind that piece. Okay, so that's going to give you your fold. So let's start putting some pieces together, because I know then it will start to look more like a card. So the first bit we're going to do is put the scripty writing on. So just need to grab some glue. You can use tape runner glue, you can use wet glue, whichever you have to hand. I use a lot of tape glue, I just find it easier. So that first bit can go on. Just make sure that you've got everything lined up. Okay, and then that bit is going to go onto here. So that's your main part of the front part of the card done. Now I'm going to do the insert bit first. So you need a small daisy. And just grab a small block. What are this one? This one's a C block. Plenty big enough. And grab your Highland Heather ink. And hope they don't stick like that one just did. Now you can put your daisy anywhere. You can put it just on the entrance like I did on the last one, or you could move it in a little bit. I like just on the edge. Okay, so that's that one done. And then whilst we're waiting for those bits to dry, what we can do is use our scraps to do the larger 4 daisies. So we need 2 little ones and 2 big ones again. Just so these can dry. I mean, they'd only take seconds to dry anyway, but it just means there's definitely not going to be any smudging then when you come to punch them out. So let me just see that one. There we go. I always like to get good use of cardstock. Get as many pieces as you can out of it, purely because it costs money to buy and you want to get your money out of it. So save all of your scraps. You will find a use for them. Okay, so the first bit I'm going to do here is I'm just going to glue this little tab underneath this one, okay? Again, using tape glue, or tape runner pen should I say. Just find a place where you want it to be, okay? You could do up, you could do lower. I've gone for central and just pop it over, okay? So that is going to be where we're going to pop the daisies on. Now what you do want to do at this moment in time is stamp your greeting, because I left that till the last minute last night and then I went and smudged it, so I had to use Diamantes underneath it to cover it up. So let me just find the stamp that I used, which I don't seem to have put away. There it is, found it. Okay, so using the same old cutting board again, line it up just so you've got it right. You grab your memento, you can do it in Highland Heather. Actually, I might do it in Highland Heather this time. Let's get it all matching instead of having some black on there. Okay. And maybe a trick what I would do this time is open it up. So, because last night I found that it was bouncing a little bit too much when I tried to do the stamp onto it. Make sure your stamp is the right way up. Stamp down, done. Okay, so just leave that to dry just for a couple of seconds, literally. Grab your daisy punches, so you're going to need the large, and my punches are just right underneath my tripod, and the little daisy punch as well. Now what I tend to find sometimes is easy enough for me to line up. If you've done it on a piece of fairly newish card, just take the edges off. It just means that you can get that punch in and just angle it that little bit better. Okay, one. So just take your time, just find where it is. Okay, so that's 2. Let me just turn those over. 1, 2, large punch. Sometimes a larger punch you do have to take a bit more off, I find, just to, again, just to get the punch in, to get it angled. Line it up again. This is why I love punches. They're so easy. And you could, even if you didn't have the stamp, you could probably cut it out of flower DSP and just make your own designs with it. They're so versatile, and you haven't got to have a big shot to have these. So let's just line those up again. Okay, punch it out. So let's just move some of the leftover bits out of the way. Always have a little bin next to you just to put scrap pieces that you're not using. So next bit you're going to want to do is put down your insert. Again, tape glue's just fine. Just make sure you pop some where you've stuck your belly band down to, okay? And then just, you can usually eyeball it and line it up. Obviously make sure it's straight. So I'm just going to go up to the top a bit more on that one. There we go. So this is card almost done, and it's only taken just over 10 minutes. So you can curl your daisies a little bit. Anything I would say is take 2 petals at a time and hold on to them, because you will pull the petals off and you'll have daisies with no petals. Trust me, I found out last night when I was in a bit of a rush and I was trying to do everything and see if I can get 4 videos done in one day. I managed 2. No, I managed 3 yesterday. 2 I've uploaded and scheduled for YouTube, and then I've got 1 to upload for this morning and 1 to upload tonight. So that will cover a month's worth of cards then. And then what you need to do is grab some glue dots. Mine are just on a little towel piece there. Again, you can pick them up from most craft stores or hobby stores or whichever you've got in your area really. And what you don't have to use 4 daisies. You can use 2, you can use 3. You can make it as individual as you like, and what you want to do is put the glue dot in the centre of the flower and press down. Okay, so then what we can do is stick the main one down, just so you can see that card forming. There we go. And the same with the next 2. Oops, just pull that one off. And then you can just pop that one onto there. And then the last glue dot just in the centre. There we go. And pop it down on your card. Done. Finished. 2 very different, very simple cards using 2 stamps, 2 punches and 1 ink. Like I say, you could change the greeting, you could use it to one of these, it's your time to shine, smile, friend. You could change it to anything, or if you've got some stamps in your stash that say happy birthday, thinking of you, congratulations, you can change it to however you want to use as minimal supplies. So I hope you enjoy watching that one. If you would like a catalogue when they come out, drop me a comment below, and if you'd like more information on joining Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, obviously contact me and I would be more than happy for you to join my current team. Tell your friends about the video and hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.